Okay, so very good morning to all. So today we will solve the one more problem in three column cash book. So now I will read the first problem. That is, enter the following transactions. Enter the following transactions for the month of April 2015 in cash book with the cash, comma discount and bank columns. So the first transaction is 2015 April 1st. Balance of cash in hand rupees 400. Overdraft at the bank rupees 5000. Okay, so now we will take the pro forma. So usually the pro forma is, as you know, first you write down the heading, three column cash book, DR debit side, credit side CR, date, particulars, LF, discount, cash, bank column. Similar case, right hand side, that is credit side, date, particulars, LF, discount, cash, bank. So now we are given the problem, that is balance cash in hand. Cash in hand means, can it be written in the debit side of the cash book? Yes, it can be written the debit side of the cash book as April 1st, 2015 to balance brought down in cash column rupees 400. Next, overdraft balance. Overdraft balance means you write it in the credit side of the three column cash book. April 1st, 2015, by balance carried down rupees 5000 in bank column, because overdraft at bank, that means the bank is showing the credit balance. So you should write it as 5000. Okay, is it clear to here? Next one. Invested for the capital rupees 10,000, out of which 6,000 deposited in bank. Here invested rupees 10,000. That means cash account data to capital account. So April 4, 2015, the entry is cash account data to capital account. So here he said deposited 6,000 in bank. That means we have to write the 6,000 in the bank column. The remaining 4,000 we have to write, or we have to record in the cash column. Yes, Abhishek, is it audible and is it clear? My voice is clear?
Clear, sir.
Okay, nice, nice. Now we have finished the transaction on April 4th, 2015. Next, we come to the next transaction, that is sold goods for cash. Simply, you recollect the sold goods for cash. What is the entry? The entry is cash account data to sales account. So we are preparing the cash book. So cash account data to sales account. So debit side of the cash book, you write it to sales account. To sales account, we have received cash. Yes, so that's why you write in the cash column. Then this finishes the this entry. Next, on 6th, collected from Sridhar on data of last year rupees 8,000, discount allowed 200. Yes, we have received 8,000, the data of previous year. So in that also we have allowed him, the discount is how much? 200. So you deduct very simply from 8,200, then the remaining will be the cash. We have cash we have received. So that's why here you write in the discount column, 200. In the cash column you write 7,800 rupees. Okay. Next on 7th, what is the entry on 7th? The entry is paid Ram Vilas. Our creditor rupees 2,500. Discount allowed by him is 65 rupees. Now we have paid the amount to the Ram Vilas. So paid means shall it be written? Shall it be recorded at the credit side or debit side? It should be recorded the credit side of the cash book. So here by Ram Vilas, to whom we are paying? To Ram Vilas. So Ram Vilas account debtor to cash account. In cash account by Ram Vilas account. It is very simple. We are posting a ledger as well as journal. The three-column cash book plays dual role. You remember very clear. One is journal role as well as another is ledger role. I hope you understand very clearly. So the entry is here on for the entry that is on 7th by Ram Vilas in the discount column 65 rupees, in cash column 2,435 rupees. 2,435. From 2,500 you deduct the discount, that is 65. So the remaining is you should write in the cash column. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, fine. Next, what is the next date? 13. Commission paid to Robert, our agent, that is rupees 530. Commission paid. Commission paid means it is an expenditure. Yes, we paid the commission. That means we are. It is a payment. Payment means at what side? Credit side. So credit side, that is cash commission account debtor to cash account. We paid commission account debtor to cash account. That is rupees 530 by commission account. Next on 14th, office furniture purchased from cash. Office furniture purchased for cash rupees 200. Here you remember, here two words are there. One is purchase, another one is furniture. So now which word is to be debited? Here we have to debit the furniture because furniture is an asset. Furniture is an asset. So by furniture account data, by furniture account in cash column 200. So the entry for this is furniture account data to cash account. We have purchased the furniture for cash. So furniture account data to cash account. In cash account by furniture account we have recorded. Okay. Next on 17, do you check for personal use? We have drawn a check for the personal use. See, normally when we draw the cash for personal use, it is drawings account. So, but here the cash is drawn in the form of check. So, simply on April 17, 2015, you write it down, drawings account debtor to bank account. So, or cash account. So, in cash book by drawings account. Simply, I am telling you very clearly. First, you assume the journal entry, then you decide it whether it comes debit side or the credit side. Drawings account. So we have withdrawn cash in the form of check. So check means we write in the bank column. Okay. If you take the cash from the business directly, you have to write in the cash column. But we have taken the cash, we have taken the money in the form of check. So check means in the bank column. Next, After 18th, what is the next entry? The next entry is collection from Atal rupees 4,000 deposited in the bank on 20th. We have received the amount from the Atal. We have received from the Atal. So whenever we receive the cash account debtor to Atal account, cash account debtor to Atal account. First of all, we write it is in the cash column. Then later deposited into the bank on 20th. On 20th means deposited means what is the entry? The entry is bank account debtor to cash account. Is this contra entry? Absolutely, it is a contra entry. Bank account debtor to cash account. So first of all, you write down on 20th to cash account. You write in the bank column 4,000. Same 28 by bank account. You write C contra entry in the LF column and you write in the cash column. I hope you understand this contra entry. The cash is deposited in on another day. Whenever the check is deposited on another day, cash. Whenever we deposit on another day, it is a contra entry. Next, again, what is the entry? Due from bank for office use. Again, one more contra entry. Again, one more contra entry. Drawn for office use. And the cash account debtor to bank account. Cash account debtor to bank account. First, you write it to bank account in cash column. That is 500. Okay. The same immediately you record at the credit side of the cash book, that is by cash account. In LF column you write C contra entry and you write in the bank column 500. This finishes the contra entry. What is this contra entry transaction? The transaction is withdrawn cash for office use. Means cash is coming into business. So cash account data to bank account. So on debit side of the triple column cash book to bank account, but you write in the cash column. The same by cash account, you write in the bank column of the triple column cash book at the credit side. Is it clear to here? I hope you understand very clearly. Now we have finished the two contra entries. Two contra entries. So next date is, what is the next date? 21. Due check for petty cash. To meet the petty expenses, we have drawn the cash. We have drawn the cash. So here you write down by petty expenses. How we have drawn? By issuing a check. So whenever we issue a check, you should record in the bank column. So that is on 21st by petty expenses, you write down rupees 150 rupees in the bank column. My dear students, once again I repeat you, whenever we pay any payments through check, you should record in the bank column, or whenever we pay, whatever may be the expenditure. So you should record in the bank column. Is it clear to my dear students? I hope you understand very clearly. Next, after 21st, then what is the next entry? 29th. Due from the bank and paid salary of office staff 1500. Due from the bank and paid salary of office staff. So here we have withdrawn some amount for the purpose of paying salary to the office staff. So means here is a payment, absolute is a payment for which we are paying for the purpose of payment of salary. So simply you write at the credit side of the three column cash book, that is on 29th April by salary account. So through which we have paid? Through check. When you pay to check, you write it in the bank column. So that is 1500. Next, what is the next entry? Now we will look at the 30th April 2015. That is deposited cash in the bank, rupees 10,000. Deposited cash into the bank, that is 10,000. So what is the entry? The entry is bank accounts debtor to cash account. So when you deposited, the bank is the receiver. So debit the receiver as per personal account rule and credit the cash as per the real account rule, that is credit to what goes out. I hope you understand, my dear students. When you when you recollect the basic principles of the three types of accounts, that is very easy in the preparation of accounts. So now the entry is bank account data to cash account. So first on 30th to cash account to cash account. In LF column you write C. C stands for contra entry. So to cash account. So it means you write in the bank column. Next you write at the credit side of the triple column cash book, that is on 30th April. So by bank account. So in LF column, you write down C. C stands for contra entry. So here we have credited by bank account. It means you have to write in the cash column. So this finishes the contra entry of transaction on 30th. So this is the explanation with regard to the entries relating to the triple column cash book. Now we have to look at the discount column, cash column, bank column of the triple column cash book. Why? We have to balance the accounts. We have to balance the accounts. So first you look at the total of cash column, that is 24,700. Same, you look at the discount allowed column 200. You write it as a 200. Next you make the total of bank column of the triple column cash book of debit side, that is 20,000. So now we have found that the debit side is higher. So the higher amount should be recorded at both sides. Then you deduct or subtract the credit side of total of cash from the debit side of the total of cash book. So from 24,700 we have deducted the credit side of the cash items. Then the arrived amount is 7,535 rupees. Same procedure we have to follow in case of bank column also. First of all, we have to make the total of the bank column of debit side of triple column cash book, and the figure is 20,000. So the 20,000 should be written debit side as well as credit side. Later, you deduct the total of credit side of bank column from the total of debit side of bank column of debit side of the cash book. Then here we are arriving the arrived amount is 12,150 rupees. So by balance carried down. Now on 30th April you should write by balance carried down, that is 7,535 rupees, 12,150 rupees. So discount received column is 65 rupees. My dear students, the same balance can be written in the next month, that is after April. What is the next month? May. May 1st, by balance brought down 7,535 rupees, and in bank column 12,150 rupees. This is the procedure to be followed in the preparation of the triple column cash book or three column cash book. Okay. I hope you understand, my dear students. If you have any doubt relating to any transaction, please ask me and please feel to speak to me. Start your Abhishek.
సార్ ఇది ఇప్పుడు ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ అన్ని క్వశ్చన్లో కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి సార్. ఫస్ట్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ఒకటి ఉంది సార్, మిగతావి సిమిలర్ గా లేవు సార్.
అంటే క్వశ్చన్ లో ప్రాబ్లమా?
అవును సార్.
రెండు క్వశ్చన్స్ చూడండి.
సెకండ్ ప్రాబ్లం ఫస్ట్
సెకండ్ ప్రాబ్లం సొల్యూషన్ ఉంది. ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం సొల్యూషన్ పెట్టలేదు వాట్సాప్ లో. అంతేనా నువ్వు మాట్లాడేది?
లేదు సార్, ఇది ఇప్పుడు చెప్పిన ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ ఏం లేవు సార్ ఈ ఏ ప్రాబ్లమ్ లో కూడా.
అంటే ఐ మీన్ యు మీన్ టు సే దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ క్లియర్.
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay, I will resend it. I will take the clear picture, then I will resend it. So your doubt is
ఓకే సార్.
your doubt is not clear.
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay, I will send. That is no problem. If you have any doubt related
sir.
to any transaction, I will explain you. Any doubt?
నో సార్, నో డౌట్.
Venugopal.
No doubt, sir.
Venugopal Reddy. Mr.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Really?
Exactly, sir.
Okay, fine. Very nice. Excellent. Next, Magdum Basha. Speak Magdum Basha. You don't get fear to ask me because I am here to explain you to you people, and I will make you learn something from me. You try to listen English also. It is very simple to speak English. You never get fear. If I speak in English, you are not going to understand. Try to understand. If you do not understand, immediately I will speak in Telugu. No problem. Mr. Magdum Basha. Okay. Abhishek.
Sir.
Shall I explain the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana. We will go to the next problem, that is prepare the 3-column cash book from the following transactions for the month of 2015 and being down balance for the start of next month. Cash in hand 2,500, cash at bank 10,000. Is it correct? Yes, that is the problem I have shared.
No, sir. Here the no, sir. Commerce the business with cash 15,000.
Oh.
July 1st, 2015, July 1st. Sir.
Okay, wait. 1 more minute. Commenced business. The amount is how much?
15,000, sir.
15,000. Okay, from the following transactions for the month of July 2015, write up the cash book with 3-column and bring down the balance. Yes, am I right? 2015 July 1st.
Yes, sir.
Commenced business with the cash rupees 15,000. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. See, whenever we commence the business, whenever we bring the capital to start a business, what is the entry, Mr. Abhishek? You speak to me, you will get a very good knowledge.
Okay.
When we start the business, what is the entry?
Cash account data.
Yes, cash account data to capital account. Cash account data to capital account. So,
Capital account.
in cash account at debit side to capital account. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here 2015 July 1st, you write to capital account in cash column the debit side of the triple column cash book, that is rupees 15,000. Now what is the next entry? What is the next entry?
Incurred operating expenses.
Okay, incurred operating expenses. Expenses means, have you paid amount or have you received amounts? Paid.
Paid, sir.
Paid. Payment means it comes the debit side or the credit side?
Debit side, sir.
Payments always should be credit side.
Credit side.
Yes. Okay.
Credit side.
Yes. You just remember, very simple. Payment is right hand side. Receipt is debit side, isn't it? Any payment,
Yes, sir.
purchase asset or to pay the salaries or to pay the expenditures, whatever may be the case, you just remind or remember it. Whenever you pay any amount, that should be written credit side. Whenever you receive it, you should be written at the debit side of the 3-column cash book. Okay. Okay, remaining
Okay, sir.
class I will explain the next class, because I have the another class, and with this we will close our class, today's class, and you will send the snap of this presented students. Okay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Abhishek, shall we close the class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Nana.